Ladies and gentlemen, geeks and nerds, today I'd like to talk about these things, iceboat roads. We all love iceboat roads because they're fast, cheap and easy to build, but if there's a junction like that one, it's really hard to turn. Let me try again. Okay, we're coming up on this junction to see if we can turn, and here we go. No, not so easy. Turning is not very easy in an iceboat road. Okay, let's try again. We have to slow right down and turn. And there we go, done it. But we had to really slow down miles before the junction, and yeah, that was not so good. But wouldn't it be cool if there was a way that we can keep our top speed for as long as possible, and then have a really quick and fast turn? Well, let me show you something. Here I am on another iceboat road, and there's a junction just up there, just as we did just a minute ago. And in the middle there is a little contraption. So before I get into how to build that, how it works, let's give it a try. So we're going to push forward. And when we get to this thing, it's going to break our boat and give us a new one. There we go. We can pop it down and on we go again. That was easy, wasn't it? All right, that's cool. But what happens if we want to go straight on? Here we are approaching again. If we want to go straight on, just keep pressing forward, get a new boat, and then you go on. That was it. Nice and easy. So there's a little delay if you want to just keep going straight on. But the benefit here is that we can quickly turn and have junctions in our iceboat roads just with this small contraption. So let me show you how it works and how to build it. Here is our iceboat junction, and from this you can probably build it, but let's just talk about how it works and what it does. So there is a dropper right here in the middle, and that's already got a boat preloaded. So what happens is you come along this ice road on your boat gets broken by this cactus, and the boat you're on goes into these hoppers and finds its way over here into this dropper right here. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then what happens to you as a player is you get teleported up onto this slab, and because you're still holding down forward, you can step up onto this pressure plate, which gives you the boat that's already preloaded in that dropper. You can then go keep pressing forward, place your boat down on the iceboat road, and then keep going on. So while that's happening, meanwhile, your boat that gets broken by the cactus goes into these hoppers and ends up into this bottom dropper right here. The comparator detects that, powers this block, which moves this trapdoor. The observer sees that and powers this top dropper right here, but through quasi connectivity that fires the dropper underneath and shoots the boat from there up into this one right here. Now because that removes the item from here, the comparator then depowers this block, which moves this trapdoor back again. The observer sees that and powers this block for a second time, which then shoots the boat, which is now in here, up into this dropper, into this hopper rather, and this hopper then goes into this one and then into the dropper right here, ready for next time. So this one is already preloaded then for the next time around with the boat that was just broken. So yeah, and that's it. So once you jump on top here, you just get to choose which direction you want to go in. And so rather than trying to slow down and trying to steer your way through, you can just hop up here, get a new boat in immediately, and then decide which way you want to go. So yeah, that's a nice easy way to do a turn on an iceboat road. So yeah, you can probably build it just from that. But yeah, let me take you through step by step how to do this. Here we have an iceboat junction. So let's add in our contraption. So first of all, let's put a bit of sand right here where the two big pieces of iceboat meet. And we need to make sure there's no blocks next to it. And then we put a piece of cactus on top. That's going to break our boat. And then we need some droppers. They need to be one block away from the sand. So two of those, one on top of the other, facing upwards. And then if we remove the ice from around the sand just like that, and then have a ring of hoppers that point into that bottom dropper and go all the way around, just like this. Now that you have your hoppers all linked together and pointing into the bottom dropper, just like that, you now place a dropper on top of the cactus facing upwards with a pressure plate on the top, and then get some slabs, and they go all the way around on the three sides where your ice boats are, just like this. The next thing to do is to connect our little dropper elevator to the dropper that's on top of the cactus to reload it. And we do that by adding a comparator coming out of the bottom dropper, and that should power a block. And on top of the block, we add a trapdoor of any type. And then we get an observer that faces the trapdoor like this. And then we just need to have a couple of hoppers, one that points into the dropper on top and the one that points into that one. So then the item can come up and go across. And then the last thing to do now is just to preload the dropper on top of the cactus with a boat. And now we can give it a test. Here I am sitting in my acacia boat, and I'm going to try and do this in F5 mode just to show how easy it is. So you just have to press forward, and when you jump up, you get in a boat, you press it down and you get into it and right away. Oh yes. So there you have it, a nice easy way to do fast turns on an iceboat road. So if you found this tutorial interesting and useful, then please hit the like button. And if you are new, then feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions or any questions, that kind of stuff, then get it in that comment section. All right, my geeks, until next time, I will see you later.